And now we get to the Oakland Raiders. Win total 5.5, heavily juiced to the over. Division 12-1, conference 33-1, Super Bowl 66-1 to make the playoffs, plus 600. To finish with the worst record in the NFL, plus 900. Can Derek Carr move this offense? It's definitely stronger than it was last year. How good is first-round pick Josh Jacobs out of Alabama? Is he fast enough? They also have Hunter Renfrow. Will he play a big role in this offense? Probably not in year one, but moving forward, he will. Antonio Brown joins the team. They moved on from Jordy Nelson. I am not a fan of John Gruden. I do not like what he's done early in this long, very wealthy contract that he has signed. Donnie Rightside, the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one here. I mean, it almost seems like a sitcom, no pun intended. Obviously, they're going to be on, Hard Knocks, and they're going to be in the life. You have a head coach that used to be in the booth and a very, public figure. You have a GM that used to be hired by, ESPN and running draft type of stuff. And it's kind of funny because you saw the draft that they had, and everybody's joking around the saying, was the only game they watched was the national championship game? Is that where they thought they could, get all their value in their players, and that's all they needed to see? But what makes this really hard for me is because you get Antonio Brown. Is he a sensational talent? Absolutely. But he's the type of guy that's a real me guy. And look, the guy was putting up 100 receiving each and every year catches-wise, and still not happy with that. 10 touchdowns. I'm not getting the ball enough. So when you have an offense like John Gruden's going to run, the true West Coast offense, what is it built on? Spreading the football around. So if he gets 6 catches one game for 89 yards and doesn't get all his looks that he wants, where is it going to end up? Now, the biggest ingredient in the Oakland Raiders that you're going to want to watch, they're still not who they're supposed to be. They're waiting to get to Las Vegas. It's almost like these years are almost, downtrodden type stuff. We'll see what we have. Let's stockpile draft picks and get after it. They only had 13 sacks last year by trading away the best pass rusher probably in the NFL. So they go out and draft some pass rushing to try to make that up. They go out and get a wide receiver who is aging and talented when they already had a younger one there with Amari Cooper, which is interesting in itself. But the one thing that's really going to hurt this football team here is you need to get out fast if you're the Oakland Raiders. There's a lot of head cases on that team, including the head coach, the GM, and obviously the wide receiver. But if you take a look at their schedule, they get Denver and Kansas City at home. Let's just say the best they do in that is split. They're going to be on the road from September 15th through November 3rd without a home game. I mean, we're not talking about a team that's the Philadelphia Eagles where you go to the Giants, you go to the Redskins, you go to the Patriots, you go to the Steelers. This is a West Coast team that's going to be away for almost a month and a half and already not a good football team. You can see them at the end of this turn at Minnesota, at Indy, Chicago, in London, at Green Bay, at Houston. This could be team turmoil, Jimmy, by the time they get back in November. Going to make for great TV, just not for many wins for them.
Wow, Donnie, quickly, do you think that the under 5.5 is big plus line, plus 130 as value?
I mean, you have to be a really bad football team. I mean, you're going to line at 5.5. It already means you're bad. But 6-10 they have the talent on that team. Jimmy, if they had a regular schedule here, and what I mean by that is just, home game, away game, home game, they should be able to do that. But it really might flip on its head in that first. And then John Gruden's going to, I got to see what I have for next year. I got to see when we get to Vegas. We might even ship off guys after week 4, 5, and 6 for more draft picks. I can't trust this team.
Yeah, can't trust this team. Well, Capper, what do you make of these Oakland Raiders?
Yeah, I think Donnie nailed it. I would swing on the under, though. This has every makings of just absolute falling apart early in the season, and they have to find a way to inject some enthusiasm into this team when they head to Las Vegas. That's not going to be easy if everyone in the NFL and in the media circles is like, Derek Carr is not the answer. I think those of us on this, the Audible today kind of agree. Derek Carr is not the answer. And if they get, 8 games into the season and they're 1-7 or 2-6, you're going to see, let's bring in some other guys. We got to get our young guys some reps. We got to start to, build up some of these, it has, and then, net positive player in Antonio Brown. He's bringing more to the table in terms of skill and production than he is taking off the table with drama and internal friction. And he got paid, so he should be, reasonably chill this season. But it is the mixings of some volatility there that could turn, what is a 6-10 team on paper into a 3-13 type of outcome. So I'm out on this. I'm out on the the franchise as a whole, John Gruden has not. I keep wanting to think that he does have some interesting ideas and wrinkles that'll be plus expected value for this franchise, but we're not seeing it. The Mayock draft was not good. They had so many assets, they had so many holes to fill, and the decisions they made did not really jive with kind of a forward-thinking approach to winning in the NFL this year, which is especially strange since they share a division with the likes of the Chiefs and the Chargers, who are putting that blueprint on paper. So I could see a very realistic outcome here, where teams like the Raiders, Dolphins, and Bengals are all fighting for that first overall draft pick next year, so they can get their quarterback situations fixed. Broncos too, for that matter. But you might see a little Tanko-palooza between the Broncos and the Raiders when they play each other this season. But it's not going to be good in Oakland, and Hard Knocks is going to be must-see TV just for the nonsense.
Yeah, what a mess. What a mess. There is the AFC West. Donnie, final thoughts on this division. The Chargers look very good. If you were going to make future bets on the Chargers, what would you focus on? And final thoughts on how this plays out?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 1 and 1A is what we like to say in this division. It's a 2-team race that's going to be there. I still think it's probably going to come down to, now, again, we're filming this banking on that Tyreek Hill is probably not going to be suspended, because that could throw a wrench into things right off the bat. And we don't know the NFL. I mean, we're thinking 1 or 2 games. They could come out of nowhere and give him an 8-game suspension and just throw that thing right into a wreck right off the bat. If we're looking at him still playing, I still just can't get over. I love the Chiefs' home field advantage. I think it works in their favor. That 1 game in Mexico, I'm still going to ride it out that I do think the Chiefs, in the all ends up, will be the leader in this division. But I don't want to bet on a minus number. If you tell me the Chiefs are plus 140, plus 130, okay, we'll ride that out there. But I think the Chiefs are the best team in the division. But overall, value-wise, I think it's going to be the Chargers. And one last point on those Oakland Raiders real quick. John Gruden's got a 10-year contract. They're not firing him, giving him all that guaranteed money. He could just throw away seasons just to set up down the line and say, okay, by year 5, I finally have my team. So watch out on the Raiders in this division.
Yeah, heavily juiced to the over, that 5.5, minus 160 at this book right here.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.